more than 10 years into this DevOps movement, we should know by now that there is not such a thing as a DevOps engineer, right? We should know. But the truth is that our industry needed a label to name all these people evolving into this role, system engineers or developers. So how to call them? Today, it's pretty normal to have job boards like outside. Join our team as a DevOps engineer. We're hiring. We have such a wide variety of job descriptions there. But you have to be in the industry for around those 10 years to more or less grasp what it is about. So how about the new generation? I went through the hiring process for such a position during the past year, and I started reflecting. So maybe let's just, for a second, take a step back. What does a DevOps engineer do? Certainly, it is related to some sort of automation, right? But the variety of tasks is just too broad to grasp. What do we want in the team? What is the actual need of the team? Do we want rather sysadmin profile, rather developer profile? Should it be in the cloud? What kind of cloud do we need? Should it be on-prem? The more experienced you are, the better you have an idea of what it is about. But how about the newbies? How about the new generation? How do they come to understand where they should start? So I brought a few tips for us as a community to maybe try to support them. So for example, number one, for me, the most important, we should talk about principles and concepts over tooling. Very often we start talking about tooling, but what is the real problem? What is it that we want to solve? The more we think about this before, the better we educate and we have better professionals for our future. No? For example, we should improve our job description. We should explain there what exactly are the tasks according to the seniority that we're going to do. Especially, it's important also to explain to juniors what's at stake. What happens if you fail? So, because only with this, we're going to be able to attract the right talent for all of those magic profiles that we have open in our companies. Third, but not less important, we should cultivate learning and mentorship in the companies. So make it a normal thing. Provide the conditions for learning, like do stuff like coding dojos, chaos days, attend conferences like this one, promote meetups, host meetups in your companies, for example. Because at the end, what we want is to provide a way to introduce new generation into this DevOps world where we are. So by now, I've heard so many reasons of people, why do they start a career in DevOps? Money, following the money, maybe following someone who inspired you, or whatever the reason is. Maybe you have a passion for automation. But especially right now, for those who are less experienced, who are thinking of starting a career in DevOps, I also brought a few tips. And the number one would be, you need to be proactive learners. So it's better if you even enjoy it. You need to be comfortable with everything that you have to learn. Make a plan, learn it step by step, but work on that and assume it, So, for example, contributing to open source might be beneficial as well because it will provide you with experience that will be useful later in more senior roles. Do internships, some sort of internship somewhere before going to a higher profile job. It's so important. And if you have side projects, talk about them, publish, have a blog. Everything you do, publish it, because as a hiring manager, I tell you, we will look and it will give you points. So we know that with so much digitalization and companies adopting cloud, the demand for DevOps talent it's as high as ever. So we could, as a community, also think of the youngsters. How do we support this new generation? Because it's so hard to find the right profile today. So maybe why don't we just, think of how to make the new ones out of university? Thank you so much for your attention. My name is Daiany Palacios, and I'm going to be around in the afternoon. Maybe we can keep talking about this. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Thank you so much.